Alright, so PFL 10 World Tournament takes place tomorrow, and we're going to break down all the fights starting with St. Louis versus Tyler Ray. I'll let you start off with this one.
Well, this fight is actually a rematch between the both. They fought very early in their career. I believe one of them, it was their first professional fight in their career. But I am picking the man who got it done the first time. It's a close fight, but I'm picking St. Louis. Or St. Louis, don't know how to say it really, but I'm picking him just because, look, I looked into Tyler Ray's career, and I'm never backing someone that lost a unanimous decision to Eric Maconio. Eric Maconio is not good, and he lost a unanimous to him. So I'm going to say St. Louis probably by sub or decision. I think there's more chance that St. Louis gets a sub than a decision, because most of his wins come that way, and that's how he got the first fight done, was the guillotine in round 1. So give me St. Louis again by sub.
Yeah. I'm not going with him by sub, but I'm going to go with him by decision this time, I think.
Yeah.
I just think it's going to be a decision, first fight of the night, and they're both cans, but I'm going to just trust the guy that won the first fight to win again by decision. So, and as you say, he lost to Eric Maconio, the other guy, so it's kind of unacceptable. So,
No, it is. Unanimous decision is crazy.
St. Louis by decision, and you're off with St. Louis by submission, you say?
Yeah, I put a sub or decision, but I think there's more chance he gets a sub than a decision, in my opinion. But yeah.
Yeah. We'll go on to the next one then. Josh Silveira versus Murad Ramazanov. Now, I've looked into this, and I am off with Ramazanov because in his last 3 losses, one of them was a splitter, I believe, to Aaron Jeffrey.
It was. That was his last fight, I believe, yeah.
Yeah. And the other 2 was to someone that's now 20-0. And to someone...
Yeah.
The fact he's fought him twice shows that it was compared the first time, so... I'm just going to trust him to win it. That's his only 3 losses coming in his last 3 fights, so I don't think it's even a... He's went on a tear before that as well, and this other guy literally is a loser. He's lost 5 times in his career, and he's also coming off like 3 losses in his last 5, so... Yeah, I'll go with Murad Ramazanov probably by submission or decision, if I had to pick.
Yeah. I think it's a close fight because I don't really rate either guy that much, but I think Ramazanov, this is a big drop down in competition, right, compared to his last 3 fights, in my opinion. Aaron Jeffrey, he's tricky against grapplers because he's quite good at getting up. He's quite good anti-grappler, so that was always going to be a tricky fight for Ramazanov, especially because Ramazanov's just a guy that sits on people, really. I've watched both of these guys. I just think Silveira will be a good boy and just sit on bottom. I think he'll just do that. I mean, Ramazanov has been on bad form, like you said. He's lost his last 3, but also good comp. And yeah, I just think... I'm not picking sub, I'm picking decision, but like I say, Jeffrey was always going to be a problem in his last fight because of his good anti-grappling. And I don't think Silveira does have the best anti-grappling, so give me Ramazanov by probably unanimous decision. In quite a boring fight.
He's due a win as well. That's something we do need to consider here.
No, yeah, I literally have it wrote down that he's due a win. And Silveira is just a setup for that. He's just a setup for that.
He does fight out of a gym called Dag Fighter, which I'm assuming stands for Dagestani Fighter. So you just know you just know he's training there every day. In fact, I'm actually curious to see who's in this gym. A little bit of a scout. Yeah, no, there is a few of these. I mean, Zabit, Saeed Nurmagomedov. Yeah, it might be Khabib's gym.
Probably is, yeah.
Yeah. Give me that guy bad decision, I reckon. They're off.
Yeah. He's very boring though, but yeah.
On to Sergey Bilostenniy versus Karl Williams. I'll let you start with this one.
A fight that I looked at, but not for that long, really, because I do believe Karl Williams gets it done. I think I looked at this fight, and that was my initial thought. I looked into this fight, and it's still my thought. I think Karl Williams, he has the UFC experience. Obviously, he went 3-1 in the UFC, probably cut quite prematurely, quite harsh cut, but you know, considering he went 3-1 in the UFC, and now he's facing a PFL fight, I don't really rate in Sergey, to be honest. I think it'll just be an easy decision. Maybe it'll be 2-1, but I think Karl Williams just definitely gets it done via decision, or maybe even finish. But I just think he's more around it. He has better wins. He's just a better fighter, so I'm going to go with Karl Williams by however he wants, probably do by decision.
Yeah, no, I'm the same here. I think the other guy's just a wannabe Dagestani guy, so I don't think he's that guy. And I think Carl Williams has been proven in the UFC to be above can level, at least, so yeah. Go Carl Williams by decision as well, or TKO. Go on to the next one then. Rasul Magomedov versus Guilherme Viana. Now, there is a trend of these Bahrain guys that I've been noticing, and it's that they usually have a massive amateur career, and it was the same with this guy. I think he went like 10-0 in the amateurs, or 12-0 or something like that, and against pretty good comp, so he is proven. I'm going to go with him to finish this fight by finish. Obviously, he's going to be by finish, but yeah, that's basically my take. The other guy's just a can. He's been brought in from like a can organisation to lose, so I swear he's like nearly pushing 40 as well. So yeah, what do you think?
Look, I don't think Viana's the worst fighter ever. Like, he's lost some of his losses actually are okay, but I looked into this Rasul Magomedov guy and he's impressed me, to be honest. I actually think he looks very good, to be honest. I think he can probably win this fight by whatever he wants. Like you say, he's much younger. He has a higher ceiling. I just think he can win this fight anyway. I think he's better than Viana at everything. And that's nothing on Viana. I just think this Rasul Magomedov could be quite special, to be honest. I've wrote down as well that I have finish. And that if I had to pick a finish that he will get, I'm going to say a knockout, and it will probably be quite a flashy one, to be honest. I think Rasul Magomedov will look good in this fight.
Does it show how old he is there? Does it say, is that 39?
Sorry, Viana.
Yeah.
I'm not actually sure.
Well, I'm pretty sure he's... Yeah, no, it's 39. Yeah. They've brought in a 39-year-old coming off 2 wins to the PFL. He's been brought in to lose.
And it's 1 and 2 in Bellator, right? So it's not great.
Yeah, that's enough for me. Rasul Magomedov by finish early on.
Only 30 as well, Rasul Magomedov. So
yeah. Next fight we have Impa Kasanganay versus Andrew Sanchez. Now, how old is Andrew Sanchez? Is 37 compared to Impa at 31 years old. Obviously, Impa has UFC experience, and I'm pretty sure he actually has won a PFL tournament before. So he is in PFL. He does definitely fit in the PFL. I mean, he's a -600 favourite to win, so I will be going with him to win by finish as well. So it's sort of one of those of just Andrew Sanchez as a can, and Impa's better than cans of the world. So yeah, I'll go with Impa by finish.
Yeah, I did a bit of research on this fight. First of all, I think Kasanganay easy win this, right? I think Andrew Sanchez is getting brought in to lose. Now, respectively, Andrew Sanchez has actually been in the UFC and lost to some respectable guys. And has actually got a win over Roundtree as well, which is a pretty good win. Yeah. But Andrew Sanchez has also been head kick knockout by Anthony Smith, which seems a bit unreal, to be honest. I don't know how that happens. I really don't know how that happens. So I'm thinking Kasanganay by knockout or decision. Yeah, I'm thinking Kasanganay by knockout decision. And then I have put here another reason to pick Kasanganay is obviously Sanchez is 37, whereas he's coming into his prime at 31. And I just think Kasanganay is one of the faces of the PFL for good reason. He's a good fighter for PFL. He's not good enough probably for the UFC, but he's good enough for the PFL. He's the top guy in there, so yeah, I think I think Andrew Sanchez is getting brought in to lose. I think he's a lamb here.
Yeah, I'm the same. I think Impa by finish. On to the next one. We have a wrestling prodigy called Bryce Meredith versus a Cuban prodigy called Lazaro Dayron. They're both undefeated. It's an interesting fight, and I'm actually going to go with Lazaro Dayron as the underdog here for no other reason than I just think I've seen it time and time again with American wrestling prospects. Wrestling isn't a good base for MMA if you're using American wrestling. It just isn't. I think against anyone with decent takedown defense, that's all you need to beat him. So I'm off with Lazaro Dayron to win this one. What about you?
Well, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm picking him for these same exact reasons. I do think it's a close fight that can go either way. Don't get me wrong. Because if Dayron can't deal with the wrestling, then he's just going to be another easy win for Bryce Meredith, right? He's just going to get grapple fucked for fucking 15 minutes or whatever. So that could happen. I'm not ruling that out. Dayron could just get grappled for 15 minutes and easily lose, maybe even get subbed. But I'm going to trust that he's undefeated, and he's undefeated for a reason, because he can at least stop some grappling. And I think, obviously, American wrestlers like Bryce Meredith, if the grappling isn't there, then they have nothing else, normally. All right, their striking's normally horror, and they're normally a bit chinny as well. They normally get knocked the hell out. So I put here, I think once you get to a certain level, you need everything. You can't just have wrestling. You need to have a mixed martial arts. You need to have an understanding of everything. You can't just have one thing. And I think Dayron probably is that level. He's more rounded. He can win by sub, KO, decision. But obviously in this fight, I mean, he could get it done by any of those, to be honest. But I am going to pick him by, I'm going to say KO or decision. But I just think he's the dog in this fight. And like you said, we've seen it time and time again where the wrestler comes in and that's all he has. And if they get stuffed, they start losing hope and lose the fight. So give me Lazaro Dayron.
I think Dayron by KO or decision as well. We'll go on to the next one.
Yeah.
Alexei Pergande versus Ethan Goss. I'll let you start this one.
Well, this is the fight that I've wrote the least about because, well, one, it's a fight I couldn't really care less about, and two, it's a fight that I think there's an easy answer. I think Pergande has one of the easiest wins of his career here. I've looked into Goss's career, and wow, is he bad. All right, he's terrible. He struggles against people that he easily should be beating. Like, I saw on some, he fought someone with, an even record and went to, a split win. The Goss is just terrible. I think Pergande gets a finish here, probably in round one. If he doesn't finish in round one, I'll be surprised. Goss is just not made for this level. Don't even know how he's got here, to be honest. He's going to lose easily. Give me Pergande by whatever he wants. Yes.
Yeah, no, I'm the same. It's just another one of those where they've just brought someone here to lose, so yeah. Alexei Pergande by there's no certain way he can do what he wants in this fight.
Yeah, I said by finish, but he can just do what he wants. Yeah.
I'm gonna say by finish as well. He's fine to have a decent gym as well, so I trust that he's actually being trained properly. So yeah, Pergande by finish. On to the next one.
Close
the first
fight
tournament fight of the card.
Yeah.
Now, it's the light heavyweight division, so pretty hard hitting. I'm going to go with Sullivan Cauley. It's gonna be who I'm going with here. What about you?
Well, like you say, I think this one is a close fight. A very close fight, to be honest. Can go either way, but I'm picking Sullivan Cauley because he really impressed me in his last performance. I'll be the first one to admit, I thought Phil Davis was going to beat him, but he just got a unanimous decision against him. And I don't think Phil Davis is bad, right? So I think Carlos Jr. is going to really struggle against Sullivan Cauley. If that's Sullivan Cauley that fought Phil Davis fights on Thursday, then I think he can beat Carlos Jr. I just think he'll have more tools. It'll be a bit too much for Carlos Jr. So give me Sullivan Cauley by probably close decision, but you can go either way. It's a close fight.
Yeah, no, I'm the same. Yeah, I just think he's more hungry for it. Younger guy,
agree, yeah.
Younger in his career, just got more to prove.
Yeah,
he
coming
needs
off a really good win,
more.
I think, as well. Yeah.
And in these tournaments, it does usually come down to who wants it more, and I'm going to go with Sullivan Cauley in that sense as the slight underdog. So probably by decision is what I'd go for. Yeah,
I agree.
He does have a lot of first round finishes though, I believe.
Yeah, no, Cauley is dangerous. I just think it's at a level where he probably can't just run through people, but maybe I don't know.
That's how I see it. There is a level where he can just finish this early, but I think he actually will win a decision here. I think Carl Jr. is going to tough it out.
Yeah, he won a decision in his last fight as well, Cauley. So
yeah,
I think he'll just do it again.
Yeah. Better agree on that one again. We'll go on to the co-main
Big
event.
fight next one.
Oleg Popov versus Alexandr Romanov. Now, they are both... The thing is about Alexandr Romanov, he genuinely might be at the fattest heavyweight I've watched. Just like, just pure fatness of him. He's the biggest we've seen. And I don't see that being sustainable in this 5-round fight with Popov, who I believe has good takedown defense, and I believe he has good, decently enough striking. So I'm going to trust Popov to win this one by TKO. I think he's going to survive Romanov's just obesity in the early rounds, trying to get him down to the ground. And I just think end of round 2, start of round 3, he's going to just box his head off and TKO him. What about you?
No, I'm not against your prediction.
Okay.
But I'm picking against it.
Okay.
No, I don't think Oleg... I think there's obviously a path to victory here for Oleg Popov. But I'm picking Romanov because I think Romanov is massively underrated. All right. I know he's fat, and I know he doesn't look like a fighter, right? But I do think all of his losses have a lot of respectability behind it, right? I don't look at any of Romanov's losses and go, that's a bad one, you know?
Okay.
And that's nothing on Popov, right? And Popov obviously he's good, right? And he could win here. I'm not saying he can't win, but I think Romanov is like a perfect counter to a Popov, right? I know that could work the other way around, but I think Popov he won't be able to get the grappling going on Romanov or anything. But I think Romanov, he's big and strong enough to get the grappling going. I mean, we've seen Popov get subbed in round 1, right? Yeah, he got subbed in round 1. That literally was his last loss against Denis Golstov. Who, I mean, he's good. Denis Golstov is alright, but he has just been absolutely dominated by Corey Anderson, right? So, I don't know. Look, I think it's a close fight. Obviously, is it a 3 or 5 rounder, this one?
It's a 5-rounder.
It's a 5-rounder, okay. Well, that might make it a bit more tricky for Romanov, but I don't know. I generally think he could get it going early and maybe even get a finish. I think he's only here because of disqualification or whatever it was, or no contest that he got put forward. But I think he was dominating that fight. I think he was looking good. Obviously that wasn't in round 1. He will be in 5-round fight here, but I see a world where Popov gets it done, but I'm picking Romanov just probably by finish, honestly.
Yeah, I'm just going to go with Popov.
I mean, I can't really pick him by decision, can I?
Popov by TKO to exhaustion. I just think he's going to be better on the feet, and that's my prediction of it. So, yeah, we'll split on that one. But we'll go into the main event. Fabian Edwards versus Dalton Rosta. Now, I'm going to go Fabian Edwards. I just think he's a better technical fighter overall. I think he's better everywhere. And I don't think he's a good fighter, and that's why the odds are only minus 200. But the thing is with Dalton Rosta, he's just not proven whatsoever, and I don't know how good he actually is. And I can't go off what he's done because he's not done anything in the sport. So maybe if he beats Fabian Edwards, then he is the real deal, I guess. But I mean, he has beaten everyone he's faced. The one loss he had, he got it back. So he might be good, but there's no way of knowing until he faces a high-level fighter like Fabian Edwards, and in the PFL, that's about as high as you get in terms of level. So I'll go Fabian Edwards by decision in this fight. I think he'll win a competitive decision. What are you?
I can't tell you how much I hate Dalton Rosta. I just don't rate the guy. But and you say he got his win back, but did he? Did he get his win back?
Yeah.
He lost that fight. He absolutely lost that fight. He did not beat Jeffrey the second time. He lost both times. He has the judges on the payroll, so that might make it tricky for Fabian Edwards. But Dalton Rosta is just not a better fighter than Fabian Edwards. Fabian Edwards should be beating him 9 times out of 10. Just simply better. I mean, obviously, if Dalton Rosta can get the wrestling going, then maybe it makes the fight interesting. But I think Fabian Edwards is experienced enough to deal with his wrestling, to be honest. I think, obviously, Fabian Edwards coming off wins over Kasanganay and Josh Silveira. And Josh Silveira's not really a guy I rate, but Kasanganay's alright, and he knocked him out as well. And he was an underdog in that fight, so...
Yeah.
I think Fabian Edwards is coming into his own a bit, evolving, getting better with age, and Dalton Rosta just is not good enough. He's decent, but he did not beat Aaron Jeffrey in his last fight. I'll stick with that. He did not beat Aaron Jeffrey, and I think Fabian Edwards is better than Aaron Jeffrey, so I'm picking Fabian Edwards by decision as well.
Yeah, I'll say that one more thing on. Like, Fabian Edwards is... All his losses come to, like, somewhat respectable people. Like, 2 of them comes to Johnny Evelyn, who's just lost the title. And another one of his losses comes to the current champion.
It's pretty good.
And
yeah,
I completely forgot who the losses against. I'm pretty sure it's someone alright as well. But yeah, Edwards is just the better overall fighter. And yeah,
I think his other losses to Vanderford, right?
Yeah, no, it is Vanderford. Yeah, it's not that bad.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's not horrific. He's in the UFC now, and he's undefeated as well. 1-0. So
yeah, that's about it.